Hello, I am Max and you're watching Cool Stuff Inward Cars. And today we have some exciting news. So a while ago, probably 2 months ago at this point, maybe even more, I said something about getting a new car. And it was not the vehicle I talked about in previous videos, like the recent previous videos where I was talking about I wanted to get a Nissan Frontier. This is something different. This is a car I knew I was getting, and it just has taken a while to actually get it. But today, I'm revealing what it is, finally. And before I turn the camera around, I just basically want to say that this is a car that I've just wanted for a while. Not really any specific reason why, but it's the newest car I will ever have owned yet, and also the nicest and lowest mileage car I've owned yet. So, and I know a lot of you are probably not going to be surprised by this because it is a car you have seen on my channel before. But, here we go. There it is. That is a 2004 Dodge Intrepid SE 2.7 liter sedan. Basically a base model, and the fact that this one's got like alloy wheels and a few other, it's like a basic package that it has. But this car is actually my grandparents' car. My grandpa bought this car brand new in actually like early 2003, although it's still titled as a 2004. But bought it in May of 2003, and sadly passed away in 2006, at the end of 2006. So this car has been sitting pretty much since then. And the mileage, well, we'll have a look at the mileage real quick. I actually went through and fixed something already today on this car. I fixed this lock because it wasn't wanting to stay locked, but now it will, so that's pretty cool. But in case you have never seen, that is the mileage of this car. 30,933 on a basically 17-year-old car. And even though it does have the 2.7 liter V6, 30,000 miles isn't really anything for one of those. So we'll go ahead and fire it up real quick. And it sounds brand new basically still. We always had the oil changed at the correct intervals, and that was really the only maintenance done to this car because that was the only thing it really needed throughout its 30,000 miles of driving. If I can move the seat further back, that'd be great, but I don't think I can. So we'll go ahead and close the door. One slight problem, it's missing this button. Nobody really knows where it went. It fell out at some point and never been able to find it. But yeah, I basically just took off this entire door panel and had to bend the rod that comes from this handle back to there, and because it was this lock was hitting it and it wasn't locking. So but yeah, so basically go over, it actually has a preferred package, it was called, which includes a CD player radio. Does not have the auto stick transmission, of course. It does have a driver's powered seat, which is nice, and it has the alloy wheels, and that's pretty much all I really know about. So, yeah. This car needs some work before I can drive it though, sadly. It needs tires really bad. As I'll actually show when we get outside here real quick. It does have an automatic driver's side window, which is nice. Kind of similar to my Lexus. But these tires, I believe the front ones are original to 2003, and the rear ones were replaced in about 2005 maybe. I think he might have had a flat or something, just replaced 2 tires. But they're all very dry rotted, which isn't a huge issue. I can just put them in the back of my truck, take them down to a tire place and have them changed. But this car is in fantastic shape. There's only a few small defects in it. Like there's a nice scratch right here, probably from backing into something or whatever. There's a few scratches here on the rear bumper. But really, this car is in fantastic shape. It has not been thoroughly cleaned for at least a couple of years by now, so I'll have to do that. That's all water just coming out of the exhaust because this car has ran more today than it has probably in the past who knows how many years. So, as I said, this car was kind of just stopped driving in about 2006, but then it was driven a little bit in about 2010. I think maybe my uncle got it, licensed and stuff back then. It wasn't driven much. It was maybe driven 600 or 700 miles. And it has not been registered since 2012. And I actually drove it down to the gas station probably about 2.5 years ago. Just put some more gas in it, and it's almost running through that now. But it still runs great. But the good thing is that my grandma, still is here, she has actually been starting and just running this car, you know, at least once a week for about the past 10, 15 years. So the car is actually, like, it runs great. It's never had an issue. Well, the battery's had an issue every now and then. It does go dead every now and then, especially if you leave it for more than about a week, 2 weeks. So I should probably look into getting a new battery at some point. But it runs perfectly. I knew it's an oil change pretty bad, and of course it has a 2.7, so I'll probably run through a couple of brand new oil changes through it before I drive it more than, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 miles, just to make sure there's no sludge of any sort, because that's the problem with these engines. Basically, at least on the earlier ones, I think by 2004 they might have fixed it, but on the earlier ones, actually we'll have a look at the engine real quick, since I'm talking about it. Also turn the headlights on because they look cool. Also the gauges look cool when they're on. Hood release is down here somewheres. Don't actually. But the 2.7 has the issue of oil sludge, or at least like I said, the older ones did, like the early 2000s ones. So this car only has 30,000 miles on it, but it has ran quite a bit. So I will make sure to run a few oil changes through it before maybe 2,000 or 3,000 miles, just to make sure that it doesn't have any kind of sludge left. Also put this on there. We had the battery charger on it not too long ago. But there it is. I think this makes about 190 horsepower. Somewhere around there. It's not incredibly fast, but it's not too slow either. And I just remember this car being a fantastically riding car as well. So maybe replace this hood pad, because I think some mice got under here, which is not quite optimal, but I haven't noticed anything weird with the wiring or any kind of electronics. So hopefully they didn't do too much of a number on it. But there it is. So I'll bringing you guys content on this car, and of course a full review will come sometime in the future. Don't really know exactly when, but we'll see. So thank you all so much for watching this video, and hope you're excited to see content on this car.